guys, girls, and not my pals. This is SMMI. Today we got a new story. Today's new story is bnha and ASMR. This is part 2 of the series, which is awesome. This is part 2 of the series where we get to read bnha ASMR and number 1, part 1, which is number 1 of the series of part 1 to number 2 of the series is number 1 of Shouta and aizawa. Shouta and aizawa, ex-male Todoroki rear new teacher. Let's go. That is Zuko. And that is it about him. Wait, it's your sensei in your hero form. You're different from the picture. I know, it's because that was my hero form, and I was like that in my 2 quirks. Oh wow, that is awesome. Sorry, the next person to talk. Wait, it would be lunch time. We would start in the next time. Female with pink hair. Wait, that is not fair. Anazar had got up from his place on the side of the wall in the classroom. He was listening to his boyfriend's info, but he smiled about his kids' info and him in it. And so, after lunch, I will allow him to come back and teach the class again, if Nezu allows me to make him do it. Nezu. Yes, I would allow it for him to come back for another lesson on the Canadian heroes. These kids seem to be introductive in the heroes of Canada. So thank you, Mr. Nezu. And thank you, Mr. Nezu. And I would love to teach again. So let's go and have lunch and come back, and we would begin the next person on the list. Everyone, yes, Sensei, let's get going. They all were hanging out and looked at the front door and walked out of it and left the principal and Nazawa alone. He smiled and looked at them and went back to read his old book and looked at them. Today, what is it now? I need to pause. I'm forgetting something. Let's pause. Nezu. Let's go back to where we were. They are hanging out and looked at the front door and walked out of it and left the principal and Nazawa alone. He smiled and looked at them and went back to read his own book and looked at them. Trey, what is it now? And Zyla, we really are happy you took the job, my love. Trey, it's good to you, because I love it here, and I would love to know if the police found any info on the attack today. Nezu, yes, they did. It was one of the League of Villains who attacked you. They know why he did, but the scorch mark... Alright. The scorch mark was blue fire, so when it was classified, Dabby was the one who did it. Sorry, what you say was blue fire. I must go and do something. Answer, wait till you might get attacked again. Sorry, I need to figure this out on my own. Troy walked out of the room, running out of the school, going to the place where it was barricaded, and he looked for something he knew would match his nephew, because he taught him how to use his blue fire. He looked out of the roof and saw the male he was looking for, and jumped up and looked at him. Dabby, so you came. Why don't you look like him? Tony, I am not Endeavor. I am his brother. Dabby had frozen, knowing who he was, and hugged him for all the pain he had been in over the years. Sorry, so Toya, I knew you would figure it out sometime soon. Toya, Dad, figure. I thought you never would come back home. Tony, I was waiting for you to come to me, not to me fighting you. Tony, I'm sorry, Dad figure. Tony had started laughing and rubbing his son figure head. I looked at him. He smiled, kissed his head, and looked at him. Tony, you should get going. I will see you later. Tony, yeah, I would see you later, Dad figure. Tony smiled and he saw Dobby go into a portal, and he went back to UA High to go back and teach the class after lunch. He was sitting on his desk, which was one of the students, and laughing at Shouta, sleeping in the corner again. Shouta had woken up and looked at him and knew the desk he was on, and he was going to get into trouble soon. Tony just laughed and looked at him and knew who it was, so he just sat there waiting for the blonde to come. Tony, oh come on, I want to see what I'm working with. Shouta, don't worry, I have your back like always. Tony, good, 'cause he is here. Bakugo, what are you doing on my desk? Tony, just make sure it was safe for you. Bakugo, sure, Mr. Todoroki. Answer, just get off his desk, Tony. Tony, fine, I will get off his desk. Tony had gotten off his desk and went to the teacher's desk and sat down. Looked at Shouta and knew he was going to be different from the other teachers. Tony, so Shouta, what am I doing for their training? Shouta, whatever you want to do with them. Tony, cool, I would love to do ultimate tag with them. Shouta, is it a game, not training session? Tony, it's a game where you use no quirks and just use your strength and running. I have what we needed to play the game. Shouta, go ahead. We can do Io and Ashinzo and our other kids to join as well. Tony, thank you, Shouta. I would love to see them play this game. Shouta will text them right now. Tony looked at it and knew this was going to be having a hard time to know they would be doing this with both of the teams when they show up. I smiled and looked at my kids running into the room. Mario, Dad, what do you need? Papa said something about you playing a game and needing us. Tony, it's the ultimate tag. Ninjira. Yes, I love that game. Let me get my gym clothes on. Tony, I will go get my gym clothes on as well. Tony, go ahead. Oh, and Shinzo, what do you say? Shinzo, sure, I think it would be fun to play this game, Tony. So how about you go get your gym clothes on and I will see you at the gym gamma. Kids, sure thing, Dad. Tony had smiled and walked to Shouta and pointed to him in Tony's clothes. Walked to Shouta and pointed to his Tony's clothes, and they knew to change to his couple's outfit, and they both smiled and looked at Bakugo with a face of shock in his eyes. Bakugo, should you be teaching us about the Canadian Pro Heroes? Tony, I changed the topic on what the kids do in training class with me. All might say it was fine. Bakugo, okay, I hope that nerd is not going to freak out. Tony, oh, right. I should have sent on my text telling him about the new lesson plan changing. Bakugo, yeah, you should. Tony, right. Tony pulled out his phone and texted him to get Zuka's number, which he sent back to the number. He sent a thanks and went to Zuka's number and saved it on his phone and looked toward it. Tony then went to work to text Zuka that they would be changing on the lessons plan. He then went into the text mode. Tony, hey Zuka, this is Tony Todoroki, or Mr. Todoroki. Hey Zuka, hi Mr. Todoroki, what is it? Tony, we are changing from All Might's lesson plan to mine. So we will be doing some more heroes tomorrow. Don't tell your classmates. This is more fun. Izuku, yes, Mr. Todoroki, I would not tell anyone that we are changing classes in training session. Tell you, see you when lunch is over. Talk to you later. Toy ended the text and looked at Shouta, laughed, leaning in and kissing him on the lips when he had turned his head to look at him, making Bakugo fuss. Toy and Aizawa were laughing at what Bakugo was doing. Toy looked at him and knew he should clarify who he is to his sensei. I'm your sensei's boyfriend, don't tell Shouta that. We read your info, sir, I know, but people don't think of it like that. Why is that? Bakugo said. As people don't want to see the #1 hero as gay. So I know I must keep my image, but I am gay, and it's hard to be the #1 hero. And so I love you, my kitten. So I love you, my moonshine. And so, why is it moonshine? So I could call you Moondrop. And so that would work for as well. So I love you, my Moondrop. And so much better, I love you, my kitten. So we should make sure that it's set up. I will go first and you set up the teams, as I will do. Toy Smile went to the dressing room, got changed into his training outfit, and walked into the staff room to get the stuff, walked into the area of the gym gamma, so his kids waited for him to set up. Toy Smile and put the stuff down and looked at them. Toy, let's get this set up for 1A. Kids, yes, sure, the thing, Dad. Toy smiled and looked at them, setting it up, looking at their dad doing martial arts and knowing he was getting ready for the students. He smiled and knew they would be here. They finally came with their flags on the bag. Flags on and the bag of flags in their hands. As they hurried him and the kids their team flags and looking at each other. Let's stop.